Hi, I'm Sandy. Welcome to Life with Sandy, formerly known as Let's Get Fit with Sandy. But today's the last day with that title. Starting tomorrow, Life with Sandy. Today is Monday, February 28th, the last day of February. Also, if you're new to my channel, today is the last day that my channel name will be called Let's Get Fit. Starting tomorrow, March 1st, my channel name is going to be called Life with Sandy. You shouldn't have to do anything. It should still automatically show up in your notifications. But instead of saying Let's Get Fit with Sandy, it's going to say Life with Sandy. I decided to change my name because I just think that I share my life more than I share my weight loss journey lately. But I'm hoping that the new change is going to spark a new renewal in me, that I'm going to get right back on track again, get back to my losing, and be more of an inspiration than I seem to have been the last couple of years, because I've been really struggling the last couple of years. And I just think it's time for a change. And so I don't want to go away from YouTube. I love doing YouTube. It really has helped me stay on track. I know for a fact that if I would have stopped doing YouTube, I would have gained all my weight back. As it is, I've gained about 30 pounds back. I'm not happy with that. Not in the least little bit am I happy about that. So anyway, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I am a 71-year-old mother, grandmother, wife, sister, blah, 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 all of that. I share my life. I share my weight loss journey. On Mondays, I do meeting highlights. And stick with me, because I really do see better things on the horizon. I really do. But a perfect topic for today is breaking away from self-sabotaging behavior. It's like they're talking right to me directly, because I have been really self-sabotaging a lot. I started off the year gung-ho. First 3 weeks in January, I was perfect. But I would say for the last 5-6 weeks, I've really been struggling. And I'm getting run over by that struggle bus, and so I'm getting ready to get off of it and steer clear of it. But we always start off telling you how I did. I really debated on this issue this week, but I pride myself on the fact that I'm honest, and I share the good and the bad. Unfortunately, lately I seem to have been sharing more bad than good. I'm hoping to change that in the coming weeks. But here it is. The good, the bad, the ugly. It can't get any uglier than that. It just can't. I'm hoping it can never get uglier than that. I gained 3.6. 237.2 is what I weighed this morning, which puts me back in the 60s. I told you I wanted to at least get into the 80s. I set little 5-pound goals. I've hit my first 5-pound goal, and now I've just stepped backwards. So I'm back where I started when I started my 5-pound goal. So I have to lose 10 pounds now to get to my second 5-pound goal, if that makes any sense. But I'm going to do it. I really am. I have a new plan of attack for the coming weeks. And so if you go over to my daily vlog, you can check that out and see what my new plan of attack is. I'm tired of self-sabotaging. I really am. I am not the least bit surprised by a 3.6 gain. It's a big gain. I'm not trying to make excuses for it, because it's going to sound like excuses, and it's not. It's just facts. Just the facts, ma'am, as they used to say on Dragnet. Just the facts. I did go out to eat last night with Jim, and so I do feel that some of that, not all of it, but some of it is a sodium gain from eating out. Plus, I ate out 3 times last week. I ate out at the Outback on Monday, where I did make some smart choices, but I still ate out. And then on Friday, Jim and I went out to eat again. Once again, I did make some smart choices, but I still ate out. I cannot eat out that many times, and so I have to cut back. And I'm really struggling on this one, and I really do think that I'm going to go out to eat once at least during Lent, because my siblings and I do a once a month dinner, that we go out to dinner, and I'm not going to deprive myself of going out to dinner. But I am going to figure out, I'm doing a menu plan on my regular daily vlog, and so whatever, I'm going to figure out the points to eat at that restaurant, and I'm going to eat something that's healthy. That wouldn't be my normal choice. That would be my sacrifice, I guess, if you say, of eating out. But my plan is not to eat out during Lent, other than the one time that I'm going to be going with my brother and my sisters out to eat. And then between now and Easter, and that's going to be hard for me. But anyway, enough about me. Let's get on with the subject at hand, which is break away from self-sabotaging behavior. Set the scene. I just set the scene for you, for me, that's for sure. You ordered fast food for lunch and blew through your personal points for the whole day. You're annoyed. You're mad at yourself. You feel defeated. Pause. The problem with me was I didn't really feel that bad, and that's bad. To say it out loud, sometimes you just need to say it out loud. Obviously, I couldn't have felt that bad because I ate out 3 times. So I have to really rethink of it. If you want to stop doing this behavior, the rewind the tape technique is your way forward. Science suggests that by replaying the scenario in your head, you'll be able to connect the dots and notice any patterns in your actions, thoughts, or feelings that led to this oops, I did it again moment. Once you pinpoint the cues, they say that your refrigerator was empty. No, my refrigerator was full. Mine was just sheer laziness. Some of it was that I wanted to spend time with Jim, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't have made a nice little meal for the 2 of us and we could have enjoyed our time together at our own table. That would have been a healthier choice. So I can't use the excuse that I wanted to eat out just to be with my husband. My brother and my sisters, they like to eat out. I know that I should probably just say, why don't you come here and I'll make something, but I know that's not going to happen because they like to eat out. They don't want to eat a homemade meal. They want to eat out. Once you realize the small changes you can make, say cook more food at the dinner so you have leftovers for lunch, and get back to the good part, which is crushing your goals. I so want to get back to that part. I definitely want to get back to crushing my goals, because when I first started, I was crushing my goals. I really was. I did everything that you were supposed to do. I tracked my meals, which I still do, and I do keep it in a book and on my phone. But I don't track it in the book when I eat out, and so I need to start doing that too. So I need a visual. Even though I'm doing it in my phone at the time that I'm eating out on my WW app, I think writing it down, rather than just punching it in, actually writing it down is going to make the difference for me. So let's cut to the chase. Enough of this babbling, Sandy. Cut to the chase. Sometimes things just don't go the way you want them to. Doesn't that stink? It sure does. But there's a way to make changes and, of course, correct yourself for the next time. There's ways you can do it, so try this. Number 1, imagine there's a recording of the situation that you were just in that you didn't love. Rewind it in your mind. Make note of what you're doing, what's going on around you, and even what you're thinking. I think that I just want to eat out. I just like eating out. It just brings me such happy memories eating out. 2020, I didn't eat out at all. not one meal out in the whole year of 2020. Not one meal. Not a carry out, not a DoorDash, nothing. I cooked every single meal. And I lost 25 pounds that year. Most people gained that year, and I lost 25 pounds that year. 2021, I thought, you know what, why not gain all that 25 back? And then, you know what, as a bonus, why don't we gain an extra 5? I'm rewinding in my mind and seeing what a silly thought that was. I got to stop thinking thoughts like that. Number 2, spot any moments that might have contributed to your challenge, the ones where you wish you could stop the tape and change what you did or how you acted. I certainly wish that I wouldn't have ate out 3 times, and I definitely wish I wouldn't have ate out the day before a weigh-in, because that is just madness. I'm telling you, madness. It was just sheer stupidity, because I knew I was going to get weighed today, and then on top of it, we ate late. We didn't eat until like almost 8 o'clock at night, so it was a heavy meal. So I'm not the least bit surprised that I had a gain today, not the least bit, and really thought it would be more because I really, eating out and getting back last week, even though I tracked my meals, I do feel that I did make some poor food choices. I know that if I eat a lot of vegetables, I tend to lose weight, and I didn't eat a lot of vegetables last week, so I can rewind that in my mind and know that I need to do that. Number 3 is pick just one thing to tweak and re-record. What did you shift? Not eating out. Is there a theme going on here? I can see this theme because when I'm home making my own meals, I do make healthy choices. I don't have things in the house that are going to tempt me personally. I have 3 cookie jars with 3 different types of cookies, but those are for Jim and for my grandkids. I am not swayed by a store-bought cookie. I'm just not swayed by a store-bought cookie. So it doesn't faze me, not in the least. I have a candy basket too. No, it doesn't. I don't know why. I really wish that I could figure out why I can't have that same resolve on eating out as I do here. I have such willpower in my house. In my own house, I have great willpower. But I get in a restaurant and see that menu, and psh, out the door the willpower goes. I go with the full intention of I'm going to order something healthy, and then I open it up, and the surroundings remind me of, oh, Outback. This is Alice's Spring Chicken territory. Texas Roadhouse. This is rib territory. Olive Garden. Oh, I have to get the tour of Italy because this is where I'm at. I'm in Italy. I'm in the Olive Garden. Pancake House. I have to get a full order of pecan pancakes. Do we see a pattern here? So I can recognize it when I say it out loud, but I have to resolve myself to have better willpower in those situations. Number 4, press on to your new video. Did your outcome ultimately change? Pinpoint what led to your success so you can repeat it. Have we figured out the theme? Stay home. Don't go out. Make your own food. That's what I need to play on my video, and that's what I'm planning on doing. For Lent, I've decided to do something that's I'm doing spiritual things that I'm just not sharing with you because it's personal to me. But I'm also doing things that are a little bit more difficult for me. And one of the things that is very difficult for me, besides eating out, not eating out, is preparing a menu and sticking to it. I did a menu plan, so if you check out my video from yesterday, the 27th, I did a menu for the week, and I do fully intend to following that menu. And it took me about 2 hours to figure out that menu. But I did figure out healthy choices. I know it's not really set in stone, that I can swap a few things out, but for healthier things. But my plan is just to stick with it. So for my Lenten challenge is to do that, is to prepare a menu every week for the next 7 weeks. And let me tell you, the first week I was rethinking that proposition that I made to myself, because I give props to people that do their menus for the whole week. Some people do it for the whole month. I mean, oh my gosh, I had a hard enough time doing like one day. I got the one day done and I thought, oh, I'm done. And then I go, no, I got another day to do. And then went on and on and on. So that's part of my little sacrifice that I'm going to make. Another thing which I'm debating, so we won't know until next Monday whether or not I'm going to do it or not. I was thinking of just not weighing myself until after Easter. That's a hard proposition for me, I know, but I don't know. I'm really thinking hard on that one because I'm not really sure. But anyway, let's dive a little deeper. If you've ever blamed yourself for just not feeling motivated enough, the rewind the tape technique just might work for you. Let's say you accidentally, how does that happen? Accidentally bought a lunch that blew through your daily budget. You're annoyed, you're mad at yourself, you're defeated. I can feel all of those feelings. First, try showing yourself some kindness. I am a big believer of how you treat yourself is how you should treat other people. So if I'm going to treat myself with hatred, does that mean I want to treat other people with hatred? No. So I want to treat myself with kindness because I do like treating people with kindness. So why can't I do it to myself? And so I really need to be doing that. Things happen and you can always get back on track. Looking at the mental picture of how you got here might show that you didn't make enough food for dinner or to have leftovers. Or maybe you forgot to pack the Personal Points friendly lunch sitting in your fridge. With that in mind, mentally add a note to your keys so you don't forget. I have to make a mental note. Well, I'm not going to be eating out for Lent, but when Lent is over and I do start eating out again, I have to make a mental note that just because this is your favorite restaurant doesn't mean you have to order the most high calorie point food that there is in the place, that you can make smarter choices. Looking back can help you connect the dots to see what factors were at play and notice any patterns in your actions, thoughts, or feelings. You're then equipped with the right tools to figure out what to do next. I like to start off each morning just thinking, I love to live my life by quotes, and so I do find a quote for the day that's going to help me stay on track. So I think that if I reflect on how far I've come, not on how far I have to go, because I think I've been doing that a lot lately, is reflecting on how far I have to go rather than how far I have come. I really have come farther now. Well, I have in the past. I really shouldn't put it this. Let me think of a different way to put it. I've come a lot farther than I thought it was possible. I should put it that way. I really never thought I'd ever lose like 70 pounds or 67 pounds. When I started, I always had the high, lofty goal of losing 100 pounds. And I got close, but I self-sabotaged, and so I have to figure out why I do that. It can also help to improve self-criticism and blame from your vocabulary, and you'll identify and make small changes to build momentum and move forward. That is my plan, to move forward. Actually, the recipe this week looks pretty good. It's a Tuscan sausage and bean stew. It's on my plan. It's 3 to 5 points. Jim doesn't like beans. I love beans, but he's not a big soup for dinner kind of an eater, and I do like soup for dinner. So that's where we go a little bit astray. But this is olive oil, some cooked chicken sausage, mushrooms, onions, garlic, cloves, tomatoes, cannellini beans, zucchini, rosemary, table salt. Why do they got to throw arugula in everything? And grated Parmesan cheese. Obviously, we know the arugula is out for me, but I might put a substitute spinach instead for that. So this does look like an easy enough recipe. You get 1.5 cups of stew and then a tablespoon of cheese. You can never have too much cheese. Yeah, you can, but I always think that you can. But it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. This might be a keeper. Some of them really aren't keepers, but this one does seem like it. But for 5 points, and then you earn 2 points back from the non-starchy veggies. I'm going to think on this one. But you know what? Instead of using chicken sausage, I know it's just going to defeat the whole plan, is I might just use, because that's 6 points, I might just use regular chicken breast. You know. Yeah, I'm going to think on this one. But anyway, 3.6 gain. I hate to say that out loud, but I have to say it out loud. Got to put it out there in the universe so it'll come back and hit you. It's like 3.6. Jeez, 237.2. But I still have lost 67 pounds, and I'm really proud of that. So remember, next week, don't look for Let's Get Fit. Look for Let's Get Fit with Sandy, rather. Look for Life with Sandy, because that's going to be my new channel name starting tomorrow. How did you guys do? What are you planning on doing for the month of March to get yourself back on track? Because month of March is my dedication month to get me back. Spring forward. The flowers are going to start blooming. The weather's going to be nicer. I can get out and walk more. I really do see a change in my attitude and my determination. And I just really think I'm going to do good in March. Do well. Do well in March. So, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys on my daily vlog. Otherwise, I'll see you back here next week.